Congratulations, Mariel. So I'll let you tell a story 'cause I think this was your fourth time taking the test, right?
Yes, fourth time is the
First with
charm.
first with
Apparently,
study buddy, though, right?
first with study buddy,
Yeah.
yes. So my story actually goes back to 2020, which is when I took my 20-hour exam, my pre-licensing. When I passed my pre-licensing, it was March 26th, 2020. And that's basically when the world shut down. So the testing centers were closed, and it was just a little bit of a nightmare. My first test, I went into one of the facilities. They didn't give me a calculator, and I just couldn't get the math right on the computer calculator. So I know that that kind of shot me in the foot a little bit. The memorization is definitely not the route to take when you're doing this. You really do truly, you always say, have to live, breathe, and understand the material, which was very critical for me. I was going into this on my fourth try. It took me four times to do the real estate exam long ago. This took me four times, and my locker number was number four. So I'm like, I guess it's a four for me. Lucky number four is kind of how I've gone around through everything. But I do believe that without MLO Study Buddy, I would not have been able to do it in the time frame that I did it, because I really committed truly in September. Once I truly committed and I was ready to over study and over prepare myself, when September came around and I found my awesome group, it was amazing to get up in the morning and know that I had a commitment to them, they had a commitment to me, and we did everything in our power to be there for each other and understand each other. So I think that having a study group is so important. Getting all of the materials is so important. The fact that you guys do this and you're here Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, it's amazing. It's truly like, without that, I don't think that I would have passed as easily. And I say as easily in a laughing matter as well, because I skated that exam. I hit submit. I didn't change any answers. I didn't overthink things. I would say that test number four from Study Pack 2 was a lot harder than this exam. Although I scored higher in test four than I did in my actual exam, I hit that submit button confidently, and I was like, I'm just not going to go back. I was confident that I knew so much already at this point, and I was doing pretty well in my last couple of hot seats, that I could go in there and pass this test. I hit that submit button, and I will very not hesitant at all about saying this, but I got a 77. And I was like, oh my God, I passed. I almost failed. I passed.
Like
I
100 to
failed.
me. Sounds like
Exactly.
100 to me.
I almost hugged the people at the testing center. They were ecstatic. They said that a lot of people don't pass it. As we know, it is a very difficult test to pass. There is no other company out there who does this and who's actually there for that incredible amount of support. And I'm just super grateful.
No one's
Right.
ever going to ask you what score you got. And you could have gotten a really hard test and got a 77. If you got an easy test, I could have hit an 85. So that's why I never even ask anybody what they
Right.
got, because I don't care. It's just about you passing that test and getting out there in this industry and going to make that money.
I share my score specifically for the people out there who are like, oh, I'm not ready to take this test, or I don't feel good. You're never really going to feel good, especially if you're going into it like me for a fourth time. But you just have to go in there and give it all you've got. And everybody studies a different way. I just went and I did my thing.
And that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? Because that's why we're here and you're doing this testimonial, right? It's because you did pass. And again, it doesn't matter what you got. This can be a really tough test. That's why my biggest thing is being over prepared, right? Because if you're
Right.
over prepared, it doesn't matter what test they give you. You're going
Yeah.
to pass it, whether it's with a 75 or a 90.
Right. The flashcards. Again, I can't emphasize all the things that you emphasize. At the same time, it's so important to do that.
And I feel like it was that first group session that we had, then that second group session. And then that was a big difference from that first session to that second session. And that's all on you and your group. And like you said, I think it's so important to be in a study group. I really do think it makes such a huge difference to find your people. Get your buddy and study, right?
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. And that's, I think, super helpful just to have people that are going through the same thing that you're going through.
It's
And
also the accountability of that, having that group, the accountability of,
I,
I need to be present for them. They're going to wake up and they're going to be present for me. We need to be there for each other. And again, a lot of us, at least in my group, most of us were women, work, kids. It's definitely a challenge.
it's a lot. All right, well, I really appreciate you coming in and doing your testimonial, and I'm gonna miss you guys, your whole group. I'm always here if
Thank
you
you.
need anything. I'm always a message away if you have any questions
Thank
after the
you.
test.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you to
You're welcome.
Nicole and Jen and Celeste and everybody. And of course, my crew, I couldn't have done it without them.
Thank you.
You.